The toll of those that died in the recent Saba Saba protests keeps on rising, with at least 33 people confirmed dead so far. Now, to many, lives lost may remain just a statistic, but to the bereaved families, 33 is not just a number. It represents 33 lives that mattered and that were cut short. 33 families whose lives are forever shattered by grief and the uncertain journey of seeking justice. Tonight, TV47 puts a face to the names of the victims who suffered the alleged police excesses during the protests.
The statistic for those who died during the Saba Saba protest currently stands at 33. But to the bereaved families, 33 is not just a number. It represents 33 of their loved ones whose lives were cut short in circumstances that could have been avoided. To the families, 33 represents their daughters and sons. Bridget Njoki, a 12-year-old girl, joined the statistic of those that died during protests at 6:20 p.m. on Monday. Njoki had not been part of the protests. She was hit on the head by a bullet while watching a TV program from the safety of her parents' house. To the grade 7 learners at Benson Jau Primary School, Njoki is not just another number. She was their class prefect. To her parents, Njoki was a young girl who had the whole world as her oyster, as she was full of dreams that were cut short. In an interview with TV47, Njoki's mother hesitated to ask for justice. In her own words,
mtoto wangu nitaipataje? Na hata kama nitapata haki, watarudisha mtoto wangu hai tena, hawatamrudisha kweli.
In Kajiado County, the statistic stands at 5. The Saba Saba demos claimed the lives of 5 young men, leaving behind 5 shattered families. Paul Mboro Issa was a 27-year-old newlywed from Ngong, whose curiosity cost him his life. Mboro had stepped out of his house in Embulebul town in Ngong to catch a glimpse of the protest happening nearby. His curiosity had not even been satisfied when the fatal headshot came, killing him instantly. And just like that, Mboro became a statistic, but not to the expectant wife that he left behind. To her, Mboro was her husband and the father to her unborn baby. 200 kilometers from where Paul was shot, Jeremiah Oscar, a popular Buddha rider in Ngong, joined the rising statistic of victims in an almost similar manner. According to his mother, he was driving home from the garage when the protesters in Ngong clashed with police officers. On his way, a sniper aimed and shot him fatally on the neck. And with that single shot, Oscar became yet another statistic. Joseph Kagiri, a 27-year-old welder based in Kiserian, lost his life to a bullet. He had visited home to have a talk with his father when he died during the protests in Ngong. For his mother Gladys Mudhoni, losing her firstborn son in such a manner has left her hurt and broken. 12 kilometers from Kagiri's home is yet another family struggling to come to terms with the loss of their 19-year-old son. Moses Tobiko, a boda rider, was shot at 9 p.m. on Monday by police officers who are still struggling to contain the protests. 21-year-old Brian Kimtai from Kitengela also lost his life to a bullet. His mother explains that the police officer who shot Kimtai had in the past had scuffles with her son regarding the graffiti on his motorbike. She feels that her son's death was a personal vendetta. For her, she has vowed that her son's death will not be in vain and someone has to pay for her loss.
Mwenye alishuti mtoto wangu nataka achukuliwe hatua. Hata kama hatachukuliwa mimi nitamchukulia.
A bullet fired by a policewoman in Kagumo, Kirinyaga County fatally injured 21-year-old Peter Masharia, adding him to the growing list of victims of alleged police excesses. To his sister, who has taken to her social media platforms to mourn him, his death has forever changed her and her family. Elsewhere in Kangemi, the mother to Elvis Musavi broke down when she rushed to Eagles Hospital after a chilling phone call that informed her of her son's fate. She found him already dead. To his widow, Elvis was the husband of her youth and the father to her 6-month-old son. The mother feels that the shoot-to-kill order by the CS Interior Security Kipchumba Murkomen is to blame for her loss. In Kiambu County on Wednesday, the family of Ephantus Kamau Waithaka, a 30-year-old matatu driver from Nyandarua County, is seeking justice after he was shot during the Saba Saba protest in Kikuyu, Kiambu County. A post-mortem conducted Wednesday confirmed that he died from excessive bleeding caused by a gunshot wound to the hip.
He was shot once, the bullet entering the right chest cavity, perforating the lungs, going to the abdomen, lacerating the liver.
The family says he was not part of the demonstrations and believes his killing was both unjust and avoidable. A lawyer has announced plans to take legal action against the officers involved, calling Kamau's death a senseless killing that must not go unpunished. 33 victims who lost their lives in the protests leave behind grieving families. They leave behind widows and orphans, who to them, 33 lives is too many lost. Muthoni Brenda for TV 47, Nairobi.